Have you seen any black vans drive by? Hello MTV, my name's Stevie Rafferty. I'm in the PRODTONES. So come on, Andy. So I got this door here from the range. It was the range in Strabane. I actually seen Jelvis there about 2 weeks ago. He didn't have the costume on, but he was wearing khaki jeans and a Celtic t-shirt, which I thought was kind of vile. Come on in through here. Shut that door behind you, please. Just as you step in the front hall here, you can see the towel here that I usually use with the groupies. Now I'm not the best with the pulling out, but I do have a lot of money, so I do stockpile the Plan B. Plan B is also one of my favourite rappers, so I get him to autograph all the boxes. So whenever I do get the woman pregnant, they not only get an autograph from Plan B, but they can eat some of the Plan B. And I like to imagine in my head, as we step up the stairs, I like to imagine in my head that Plan B, the rapper, does like strangle the embryo inside of the uterus. But no, that's alright. Now, the electricity up here does not work, which is okay. We don't we don't really need the light bulbs up here because no one really comes up here. Is us. I'm not too sure. We did have a Ukrainian family in here. There was 8 of them. It was 6 children and a gay couple, which was a little repulsive at first, but I come to find that those kinds of people are actually very manageable. I do think breathing the same air as them has given me a chest infection. I'm not too sure about the air.
Is that a light switch there?
I'm not too sure what this does. I mean, I'm not scared to press it. Now, if it's on camera, I will, because, it's entertainment at the end of the day.
Could you?
So it seems that we do have a light bulb upstairs. I did think that I forgot to get them. So if you go on into the bathroom here, now there is a light for here. So I do have the mirror here to check the shades. As you can see, I do like the shades. I thought I bought the varifocal ones from Vision Express, but I forgot to put that on the docket, so I don't have them. I do have my little Tinkle Bear little bag here. I stole that from the Foyle Arena changing rooms. There was a gay fella in there, and I might have walked into the women's ones. I was a wee bit fucked, but it's really good. I can hold a lot of stuff in there. I usually put the amber leaf in there whenever I'm on the night out. I usually put the amber leaf in there. It can hold a can of Tennant's and a can of Stella.
Hey, what's up with the sink here?
So about 2 weeks ago, I had a woman on here, and she wasn't a fan of the finishing, so I thought I'd do it in the sink. Now, what I forgot to mention is I do eat a lot of fibre in my diet. So my ejaculate tends to be a little viscous and then block the drain. And now because I don't technically pay rent in this residence, I didn't really want to contact the landlord when no one is actually meant to be living here until like about 3 months time. I thought I'd just leave it, and the toilet water is actually clean enough. Now I won't touch it now because I did just pee in it a wee while ago and I haven't flushed. I usually leave it a couple of days for it to go sterile so that I can wash my hands on it. So I'll usually pee in it and then leave it a couple of days and then come back to wash my hands. I do have a bit of soap, but it's alright. But so we can move on here now. I'll turn this light off to save the electric. Now I do love the MTV, I will say. Now, at first I thought that MTV actually stood for meticulous testicular velocity, which I actually do have myself. Usually I have to take depressants before I have the sex because my semen is very, very fast. I found whenever it was the 2014 Winter Olympics, I entered a race with a friend of mine from Japan who I used to think had the fastest semen in the world. But it's actually very surprising how fast they can go. Some people say that it can go up to 27 miles per hour, which is true. Mine actually goes 33 miles per hour, which is about 1 kilometer faster than the old fastest man semen in the world. That's beyond the point. I will show you the sitting room here. So as you come in, I have the new coffee table I got here. I got him flown in from I'm not sure where it was. I know it was like Eastern Europe or something like that. And I thought it was an IKEA table at first because in the picture it was a wooden table, but when he arrived he came in the back of a city cabs, which is a little strange. No, yeah, that was the dinner there.
This is about time.
Oh no,
I
you
might
can't.
be a wee bit behind the mirror.
Oh no, go on, no, you can't. Go ahead, look, it's fine. I can. It's fine. Don't worry. I'm not too sure who this is. They haven't moved from the sofa in about. It's fine. So here we've got now this thing. I did not know that you could get these things. I never really knew how the Wi-Fi worked, but apparently, even though it's wired, it's like the Bluetooth, but instead of just sending things to speakers, you can send things to like America, which is mental because I thought that's what the Royal Mail did, but apparently you can just do it with the fucking box there. So I kind of imagine it like little tiny postmen are like kind of crawling through the wires, and then the wires are under the ground, and they go through the ocean, and it's actually kind of mental when you really think about it, because I always thought when the Royal Mailmen went on strike that the internet stopped as well, because it's kind of like a postal service, but apparently they use satellites. Now, I thought the moon was a satellite at first from what I learned in astrology class when I went to the university. I didn't pay for university. I'd walk into the classes sometimes and I actually learned a lot. I learned that fraud is illegal. I learned that men and women don't have the same sexual organs, and I learned that the moon is a satellite. I don't really get like why they give me a table. It's a bit wonky.
I'm sorry.
Look, I don't know why. I don't know. Look, can you just stand, sit in the fucking stairs.
Please don't sack me. God, please.
I wasn't paying you anyway. This so me and as my job, I rate crisps. I'm a crisp ratist. I got this for my first wife because I thought as replaceable as the women are, no matter how many wives I have, I can always keep this one. If I put it on my fridge instead of the wife's fridge, whenever I inevitably get a new wife, I can just say that this is for her. Now, anyway, personally, I'm not a big fan of trying to talk to them, of trying to look at them. The last woman that actually was in this house, I don't know what happened. They might still be in the bathroom. Look, a couple of weeks ago, I was out the back of Mara. It was more close to Feeney and between. It was a back road. There was a road division from Dungiven, drove me down towards Feeney. I thought I'd take a shortcut through this kind of like park area, and I had a child. I think they were about 6 or 7. I didn't look back, I will say. I did see them stumble a bit, so I think they might have walked it off. Children they're mental, they can fucking withstand a lot of stuff. But anyway, so here we have this wee coffee machine. That's healthy for you. I wouldn't ever do it publicly or leave it out anywhere in the house, because I don't really think that it's something that you want people to think you do. Now, and in the Algeria, their economic policy is actually very, very impressive. Now, in comparison to the UK, that they tend to kind of like underfund things. In Algeria, they actually tend to overfund things. So I'm not sure if it's been. I'm not sure if it's been like 2 or 3 days, but some of the boys came round last night, or 2 days ago, maybe 3 days ago. Had a nice one. I didn't know that you stayed. I thought I was dreaming about you, but anyway, here we've got I got this from I got this from my granny. She knows that I love a fig, the Flandria, but like myself there. This was on the table. The table's now ran off, it seems, but it's alright. Those things happen. Right, I can continue here. We've got your man's crock. Now, I'm not sure who your man was as we've learned. I think he was one of the hippies. He was a lovely guy. You know, he only did have the 1 foot, so I don't know why he brought the 2 crocks, but I suppose he left it. No, that's alright. There's no big sweat. Here I have the oil tank. Now, it is filled with diesel at the minute. For the Corsa. I don't actually have the heating in the house, so I just thought that if I stockpiled a load of diesel and stole it from the gas station to it in Northern, I could just fill it into the oil tank. It might have mixed a bit with the home heating oil, but the diesel still works. I'll tell you what, the car does run better than ever, if not faster than it did before. A wee bit mental. I can show you up here. So this was. If you could just stay on that crock, alright? Alright. We're good to go. So I don't think I've showed you the kitchen yet. I got this kettle just left there by the landlord. It didn't work, but I soldered it myself, and now not only does it boil the water, but you can boil things like mayonnaise in it as well. So if you're making a toasty and you want a bit of a warm condiment, you can put the mayo inside of that. Now down this way I've got the bathroom. Now there was a mirror in it, but last night whenever I was elbow deep in the bender, you know, I took a sharp right turn over the bywash. You know, stormy weather. One out over the edge. Metaphorically, of course. I don't drive myself, but basically, I looked at myself and I looked right into my eyes, and what I seen was quite honestly quite terrifying. So I ripped the mirror off the wall. So here where the mirror used to be is no longer. So we no longer have a mirror in the bathroom, and you know, I don't actually know where I've put it. I wanted to put it back up, or else the deposit will be gone. We won't worry about that just yet. Now I can show you this. I think it's an air fryer. You can put all sorts of things in it. I think this one in particular, you can put the bread in it, and it warms the air up around it, and it seems to cook it like an oven does. But I'm not too sure what the difference is between air fryers and ovens, really, because I thought ovens just heated up the air, and air fryers do the same. So do toasters, so do kettles. You could put anything in either one of them and it would cook at the same job. I don't really get what the need is for so many different kitchen appliances. It kind of gets overwhelming at times when you're walking through the kitchen appliance aisle, and there's so much choice. You know, there's like eight different fucking toasters, and it's like, why would another company go, okay, look at that company, they have a toaster there, so let's make a toaster, you know? Like, why? You know, you could. So through this way anyway. That's where. Now here is where this is going to be the grand mantelpiece. A couple so the plan is basically I'll get the fire lit here. I'll light the candles. There we go. So plan is you know, in about 5 years' time, can have my mantelpiece, and I can sit like this here, smoking my pipe, and we can have all the lovely guests, you know, all the lovely guests around the house, and you know, they can be, you know, praising me for my fantastic work within the industry. You know, my tunes, in which have inspired a generation and a nation and generations for years to come. I know I'll be standing here and I'll have my two trophies there. The one from the primary 6 sports day, where I beat the girls in the race. I didn't beat the boys because I was a bit of a wuss as a child. Sorry, just no sweat. And then I can have my other award, like a fish tank. The top part, you know, from about here to about here. About here, good symmetrical fish tank. If the fish tanks aren't actually symmetrical, the fish can go a bit mental, and they can start, instead of going in circles because it's symmetrical, they might start going in odd movements, and that can really offset. That can really offset the fish's mental state, and it can make those fish develop dementia. From what I've heard, you really don't want your fish to develop dementia because they might forget to eat, and if they forget to eat, then they die, and then you've got to buy new fish. It's a bad cycle. So in here is where they say the magic happens. You know, there's been many women that have gone through here. Some call it the Silk Road because the bed's extra silky. But she might still be angry that I forgot to tell her about the extra velocity of the semen that I acquire. I definitely ate all of them. She's a bit angry about the extra velocity of the semen. Sometimes, as I said earlier on, it can really, like, not only penetrate but rupture. Bit unconventional, but so I was milking the cow, and I didn't have a bucket because the bucket out there I've used an ashtray for the past couple months, and I didn't have a bottle or a glass, and the only thing I had near me was when I brought the woman out the barn the night before, and I had your man. I didn't really need a lot of milk. I only took a wee drop and a cup of tea. So I mean, it was full. So I mean, the past month or so, I've gone through about that much of the milk, and there's still plenty in here, you know. And I mean, it tastes as sweet as ever. A bit more personalised, if I say so myself. You know, it's like, if anything, anytime I make me and the woman a cup of tea, it's something that both of us have not only bonded over, but, you know, can feel within the tea itself. You know, the outside is her and the inside is me. So, you know, the milk really is if anything, a metaphor for our love, and the fact that I need to buy a new bucket and arrange next time I go down. But I'm not there. Fucking, you know, bottoms up whenever you're making your tea. I would recommend it to anyone, because sometimes buckets can be about 12 quid, and a box of these boys are like 6. So you're saving half the money for actually a more sustainable industry. You know, because, you know, not many people use buckets, but everyone's shagging. So I'd say it's definitely a more sustainable industry for people's, you know, storage. You know, whether it's for your wains, your potential wains, or for your cow's milk. Dismally bit sour, you know. Yeah, I think it's a bit sour. Fuck, that bun's full too. Bin man on strike. What are you gonna do? They weren't too happy. They called the guards. But fuck, it's from the north. But they came anyway. They sure came, and they kicked them all out. And I'll never tell you. Oh, sorry, it's the landlord. Let me see. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. How are you?
I'm good. I'm great. Thank you very much.
All right. That's.
I'm in the car here, so I'll make it quick.
All right.
You
There's no camera crews around the gaff. No.
What the fuck are they?
Well, there was. I did have the niece around, and she had the smartphone, and I think she was posting on the snap. She was posting on the Snapchat. That's about it.
She's a Snapchat.
Well,
You can
aye.
tell me this, son. You can tell me this.
Well, no, like there's no professional camera crews.
That fucking house.
3 days, you
3
say?
days. You 3 days.
I will tear you limb from limb. I will wrap you up around a tree down the Glenshane Pass, and I will not tell you. I will stretch you from Dungimmon to Limavady right back around that fucking limb post. See that roundabout in the middle of Limavady? I will take you up there, and I will stretch your neck around that fucking roundabout. 6 times. 6 times I'll do it. I won't do it once, or I won't do it 3 times. I'll do it 6 times. You know what? I don't even want to be evicted. I quit. You cannot fire me from this house. I quit.
Lad, why didn't you say in the PRODTONES?
You didn't know?
No, Community Centre 2005. I was partying my life out.
I fucking remember you too, son. I'm going to stay in the house. There is a camera crew here, but it's for.
Why call the worship? We've never sat down, had a wee cup of tea.
Oh, sure, Jesus, oh fuck. I'll tell you what, if you can buy some milk, my milk just went off there. Had to throw it out.
You what?
The milk in the fridge just went off there. Had to throw it out. If you could get some milk. Right, so thanks very much for spending the past couple of days with me. I hope you enjoyed the gaff, and I hope that it makes a good episode for your wee show and all the ways that be watching it. I hope I've been a good role model to them. I know that you know it's a humble house. You know it's a humble house. I know that that Justin Bieber one has a big gaff, but I'll tell you what, don't need that. So it's good seeing you anyway. That might be for me. So maybe you should go around the back, because I know that you are uninvolved in any operations which may or may not be going on within the premises. So maybe we should just leave out the back way. You know, I'm just saying, like, I'm not trying to force you out. I'm not trying to make a big deal out of this thing. But what I should say is that, you know, this is serious business, and I don't want anyone to be getting tied up in the back kind of thing, you know, especially with those paragraphs that be going around, you know. So look here, you can get some B-roll out here. It's lovely. I'm pretty sure there's a dead rat up to the right. You're across the way, but I've got, but you know, just if you go out that way, just run, just fight, fuck, seriously, fight.